as we get set here at the Iroquois Sports Complex. Fast Hockey, Hockey Canada, ready to go for this one. Bonjour. Mikhail Burdin, Vladislav Sukachev, Nikita Gromov, Pavel Riznikov, Dmitry Alexeev, Alexander Yakovenko, Nikita Mekiev, Vasily Believ, Radek Akhmetgaliev,
testing,
Ilya Karpukin,
play-by-play microphone,
Mikhaila Maltsev, Artem Ivana Yushkanov.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm good. Bye.
You want me to leave these up?
Well, good evening and welcome to Whitby to the Iroquois Park Sports Complex for the second night of the 2015 World Junior A Challenge. I'm Ken Hornick along with Alan Edmansky, and we're live on fasthockey.com and hockeycanada.ca. And last night, both Canadian teams were winners. Canada East defeated Switzerland here. Tonight, they got a bit of a tougher task. They take on the Russian team.
The players will be up for it, the fans are up for it, and I'm certainly excited to watch this one unfold. Probably the game in this pool that everybody's got their eye on. It pits Russia and Canada, long-standing rivalry that it doesn't matter the level of hockey. Everybody's excited for it, and really should be a tight one. Canada, first 5 minutes of their game yesterday were pretty good. They sat back in the later stages of the first period, found themselves in a 1-0 hole after the first, but really rebounded well, showed a lot of character as that game wore on, and even when they faced some adversity in the later stages of it, giving up some goals to the Switzerland team, they answered back, which has got to be a good sign for head coach Jason Clark. On the Russian side of things, not any tournament games underway, but they did have one pre-tournament contest happened Friday night in Trenton, and they took one on the chin a little bit, being beaten by Team Canada West.
Well, ready to go. Same starting lineup tonight for Team Canada as last night. Tyler Rollo centering Lucas Bad and Josh Cossack. And it's Smith and Topatika on the point, and this game is underway, and Russia with control early. They fire the puck down the ice. No icing here, as Kovalenko was the first man in to pick it up. Centers it, and right in front there was Maltsev, but he couldn't get a shot away. Good play there by Kovalenko. Good chance early by Team Russia. Just 20 seconds into the game, and they apply the early pressure. Here's the big winger, Mikhail Maltsev. He's knocked off stride there by Topatik, and the puck comes out to the blue line, now to center. Cossack, he collides there with Rupsov. No call in the play. Puck into the Canadian zone now, picked up there by the defenseman, Adam Smith. He had a good game last night. Here's Topatik again. With the puck in time, he'll try to make a play. He'll get to center, and he'll fire it in. And now Canadians make their full line change and have a new set of 5 on the ice. Russia come out through center. Loose puck at the blue line, and Brown is there, but he overskates it. Now here's Team Canada's captain, Grant Cooper, playing the puck back here to Wickers. Wickers comes out to center, gets to the red line, and rips one around the boards. Getting there first for Team Russia, that was Kayumov, and the puck is loose down the left wing boards. Here's Ivanov moving in, and the first save of the game there for the goaltender, Latinovich. And it looks like the net has come off its moorings. I think it did. It comes off its moorings a lot here, you were mentioning, Alan.
Yeah, and it seems to be this end. This to our left, it seems to be all right, but down at the other end, it's always been the one to come off the moorings, and I don't know what it is. I can remember coming here through the junior team I worked for, and it's always the one to our broadcast right for some unknown reason.
Off the face-off, puck is into the corner now. Picking it up for Team Canada is Matt Cairns, flips it across to Sam Dunn. Tripped up there at center. We're going to get our first penalty of the game. Team Russia will be penalized. I believe it'll be a tripping call at center as the Canadian winger, the big winger there, Maxim St. Pierre, was knocked down, and it's a power play for Team Canada East as Ivan Kozarenko is in the box for Team Russia.
They got away with one in the shift before that, right on the far wall. It could have been interference, and both the players involved in that altercation had a peek at the official. The arm stayed down this time, though the knee came out, and they dinged him for that one. And we saw the Canada power play yesterday, pretty effective in the 2 chances they had.
Well, Team Canada East won the face-off, but then lost the puck, and it shot down the ice, so Topatik will go back to pick it up and set it up. First power play of the game. No score early on. Brett Murray fires the puck into the corner. Yakovenko is there to pick it up for Russia. He then loses it, and it squirts back to the blue line. Here's Michaud flipping the puck there to Cooper. Cooper snapshot, and a blocker save there by the goaltender. And Brett Murray's parked in front there, the big body. Pass across, intercepted and shot down by Russia. 40 seconds gone in the power play. Good chance there for Team Canada East, but they couldn't capitalize, as the goaltender Vladislav Sukichev made his first save of the game on the blocker. There's a giveaway at center, but the puck goes back to Smith. He'll flip it across. Owen Grant then gives the puck to Cooper. Cooper gets through center. Cooper tips it in and then tries to put it back to the blue line. Puck is loose, and Rollo grabs it for Team Canada East. Back in the point for Smith. Smith tried to feed it back to Rollo, and it bounced off the Russian stick, and they shoot it down the ice. 45 left in the power play. Just a couple minutes into the game. 2:50 to be exact. Here's Smith now for Team Canada East to Rollo. Long pass, missed him, but it went to the goaltender, and the Russian goalie will fire it off the boards and down the ice. They'll have to get it here quick. Smith, as he's being pursued by a Russian forward there. That was the speedy number 19, Slepets. Here's Tyler Rollo, bringing the puck out to center. Gets to the blue line, then rips one at his backhand and takes a seat. Final seconds of the power play. Puck comes out to Cairns at center. He'll feed it across to Dunn. Dunn then flips it back to Cairns. Cairns feeds it ahead. Michaud overskates it. Play a bit sloppy here in the early going.
I think we're seeing a bit of feeling out by both sides. We saw it yesterday against the Swiss, and again here we're seeing it. But as that one wore on last night, they certainly opened up.
Yakov in there to pick it up for Russia. Feeds it off to his line mate. Kozarinkov, and he loses the puck. Kozarinkov fires it back into the corner. Penalty over. So Team Canada East over one on the power play. Here's Sam Dunn, plays it off the boards. At the line, a long shot, deflects off into the corner. Team Canada come back to center. Parker loses the puck. Racing back is Mezhirakyov. Puts the brakes on, flips it back to the point. That's Karpukin firing one down in the corner. Sam Dunn trying to get the puck out of the zone. Now Michaud flips it off the boards. That's Noah Jordan. Gives it back to Dunn. Dunn then gives it across to Cairns. Cairns skates out of his own end. Sam Dunn has it and fires one on. Goaltender flips it off into the corner. Puck is loose in the far wing. Ivyazenkov. And a hard hit there by Parker on the Russian centerman, Mezhirakyov. And the puck goes deep in the corner. On the far wing now, left side. Here's Shevchenko losing the puck. Then he flips it back into the defenseman there, Gromov. Gromov up the left wing boards. And it's shot in. Racing back there will be Smith for Team Canada East. Plays it across on the far side there. Dickinson getting his first shift of the game. Smith now for Team Canada East. Races out to center. Plays it off the boards. Broken up and shot back out by Russia. They come back the other way. That puck off a stick, and the Canadians get it again. Cossack had to stop up there. He would have been hammered. Here's Gromov for Russia. Feeds it across. Broken up and bat now on his backhand. Feeds it across to Brown. Brown shoots! And a good save there by the goaltender for Team Russia, Sukachev. And a good chance there for Brown. He had a good game last night.
Yeah, big game for the Napanee, Ontario native as he picked up a goal, and I think it was 4 assists last night. Or no, pardon me, 3 assists, so 4 points in total. And he's going to be one of the guys that's leaned on for this Team Canada East squad. He provides a lot of depth, a lot of veteran leadership, and he'll be one of the go-to guys.
There's a shot for the point from Wickers that deflected off the goaltender. Out of play, so a face-off once again deep in the Russian zone.
Early on, I'm impressed by the puck handling skills of the Russian netminder, Vladislav Sukachev. You expect on the penalty kill your goaltender to make some big saves for you, but I don't think you expect him to get the puck on his stick and fire it 3/4 of the length of the ice.
Years ago, the Russian goalies never played the puck. Forechecking here as the Russians now moving out front. There's a chance off the stick of Rubtsov, and he couldn't tuck it in. As the goaltender, Latinovich, got his stick on it. Back come the Canadians the other way. Cooper just offside there was Brown, and Canada offside there. Face off will be coming upside the blue line.
Back to your point about netminders not playing the puck, but it certainly shows you how the game's evolved in so many different ways. The play we see out on the ice so much faster than it used to be. Coaches are so much more in tune with what the other team's throwing at them that they're able to prepare, and it certainly makes for more entertaining games for us up here and for everybody watching around the world.
Canadians dump the puck in the corner. Cairns pinching up on the point. We got a penalty coming up here. Somebody's going off for hooking. I believe it's a Canadian player, number 9.
Everybody on the ice surface seemed to be confused, but it will be Edouard Michaud heading off for the first Russian power play of the game. So each team now having sat once. And we'll get a good look at the firepower that this Russian team has overall. They've got 8 guys on the NHL draft watch list. We'll see what they can work here.
Alexiev slips it over to Slipitz. His shot, that's blocked there by Tipatik. Puck goes back to the point. Here's Alexiev. They move the puck quickly. There's a shot from the point, right on, and Latinovich makes the save. That off the stick of the big defenseman, Ilya Karpukin. As he had lots of time there and just let a quick shot go, and the goaltender saw it all the way and made the easy save, and Team Russia will bring another 5 out. Looks like they're just going to play with their lines, and they send their top line out here, though. It's Rupstov, Maltsev, and Kovalenko.
Karpukin, the biggest defenseman on the power play right now for Team Russia, clocks in at 6'1", 192 pounds.
Canadians couldn't get the puck out. 30 seconds into the power play. Puck now squirts outside the line and picked up there by Yakovenko. Feeds it across here for Rupstov. Rupstov feeds it ahead. Big winger Maltsev centers it, broken up and shot down the ice there neatly by Grant Cooper.
Didn't see a whole lot of threatening power play chances from Team Switzerland last night. So we'll get a good look at what the penalty killing units for Team Canada look like and what they're capable of with this one.
Captain Akiev for Russia, fed it across. Puck is loose in the slot. The goaltender once again will come out to play it. Leaves it there for the winger Maltsev. Maltsev now gathers it up. Plays it ahead there for Yakovenko. Yakovenko feeds it ahead. Broken up there neatly by St. Pierre, and he'll rip it down the ice.
Sukachev, certainly no qualms about coming out to play that one. Tons of confidence when he came out there and called off his defenseman.
Russia break out of their own zone. They almost give it away. Number 9, they're having some trouble with the puck. That's Yakovenko. Now it's into the Canadian zone. Final 20 of the power play. In behind the net, there is Ivanov. Goes back to the point. Alexiev fires one. It was blocked in front by St. Pierre. Another shot just goes wide. Puck on the far boards. Here's Ivanov now for Russia, losing the puck. Battling forward in the corner, and it's shot down the ice, and that will do it for the Russian power play.
Good first look at both sides special teams on that situation. The Russians generating some chances, but not really able to penetrate that middle lane yet on the Canadian defense, and we saw that against Team Swiss too.
Puck broken up at the blue line. The Canadians come back. Rollo broken up there neatly by the Russian defender. That was Shevchenko. Puck in the right wing corner, now in behind the net for Lucas Bat. Bat in the corner. Taps it back into Rollo. Rollo on the cycle. Fires it in behind the net for Cossack. Josh Cossack now plays it in behind the net. Rollo tries to get there. He will. And for some reason that net came off its moorings, and just as Team Canada was applying a little bit of cycle pressure, goaltender got the net off its moorings, and we get a stoppage of play.
And that's going to be one of the staples of Team Canada's game, is that cycle game where they can just work around the perimeter, use their size to protect the puck, and then hopefully wear down the Team Russia's defensemen and break into the middle. We saw it last night too against the Swiss. They'd cycle it, get a shot from the perimeter, and then the guy would follow it up into the slot and capitalize on that rebound.
Off the face-off, Akhmatgaliev couldn't clear it. Akhmatgaliev then grabs it again, and we got a penalty coming up here. A high sticking call looks like, and it'll go to Team Russia. So Team Canada East will get their second power play of the game. That's going to be number 37 for the Russians, Kosarenko, heading to the box. He's got a 4-minute high stick.
He caught Wickers right along the wing. Wickers came down the boards to try to keep that one in, and the Russian forward Kozarenkov went to play it, didn't play it. Instead, the stick came up, clipped Wickers right under the visor, and he was cut. So they dole out a double minor, and Team Canada with a big opportunity now to open the scoring.
Tyler Rollo kicked out of the face-off for the second consecutive time. Lucas Bat will come in to take the draw. Cossack, Rollo, and Bat up front on the point. Michaud is back there. He's a forward, but he plays the point on the power play. And Topatek, who's been real good so far early in this tournament, number 6 with the puck. Canada sets it up out of their own zone. Play it ahead on the left side for Bat. Bat to the line. Flips it in the corner. Cossack goes after it. Rollo's in there to help out. Puck is loose. Rollo flips it to Bat. Bat then tried to put it back to the point. Topatek kept it in. Rollo knocked it down and plays it into the corner for Bat. Rollo overskates it now. Rush with a chance to clear. And they'll skate it out through center. Good dipsy dally in there by Mezcherenkov. Topatek now picks up the puck. Nothing doing here in the Canada East power play so far. Grant Cooper to the line. Flips it over to Topatic. Brown to the front. Topatic shot from his off wing. And an easy save there by the goaltender, Sukachev. Back on the point for Cooper. Cooper flips it off to Topatic. Cross ice feed there. And Brown missed it. What a chance there for Team Canada East. Topatic with a big play to the Brown, and Brown shot the puck wide.
Topatic not scared to get involved in the offensive play. A couple of times he went in deep, but him staying back in the blue line was allowing that play to develop, and you know, Brown's going to have nightmares about that one. An absolutely beautiful setup, and they just cannot find a handle to get that shot on goal.
Brett Murray takes the draw. Canada controls off the face-off. Here's Smith over here to Grant. Grant then feeds it down in the corner. Brown couldn't get it. Murray comes in there to get the puck to Brown. Back on the point. Smith tried to feed it over there to Cooper. He couldn't get it. Now he gets it back. Goes back on the point here for Cooper. Rather Grant. Cooper's number 10. Sorry about that, folks. And here's Smith now for Team Canada East. Fires it across. And Cooper can't get the puck in the zone. Out through center. And Grant will gather it up for Team Canada East. Really not much happening on the power play here.
Pretty stagnant right now, and much of that having to do with Team Russia able to keep the attack to Team Canada to the perimeter. They're not allowing a lot of those inside chances. Any shots coming in, they're coming from the top of the circle, the side hash marks. Team Russia protecting the middle lane really well, and any ones that do get through their netminder, Sukachev, able to get to that one as we're halfway through this double minor.
Even the points of the passes to the point aren't getting through. Here's Cossack now for Team Canada. Minute 50 left in the double minor. Bat slaps it around to Cossack on the boards. Flips the puck in behind the net for Bat. Bat then goes behind the net. Still has the puck. Goes back on the point. One-timer by Topatic. The rebound right there. Still loose. Here's a chance now for Michaud. Cross-ice feed for Topatic. Goes back to Michaud. Into Bat. His shot. That's blocked. Here's Bat again. Centering pass by Cossack, nobody there. And Team Russia fire it down the ice.
Latinovich is going to come out and try to start something on this power play that's been held relatively ineffective by the aggressive Russian penalty kill. And they continue to do that. They set up, they don't deviate from their system, and it's really frustrating Team Canada East right now as another one escapes the zone.
So Latinovich will leave it. Dangerous play there by Smith. Good forecheck here in the penalty kill for Team Russia. Now Topatic will pick up the puck. His pass broken up. Back the other way comes Team Russia. In the corner, killing off some time. 30 seconds left in the double minor. Now Canada Murray to center. He's with Brown. Flips it over to Brown. Brown tried to put it across to Murray. Deflects back to the point here for Cairns. Cairns, lots of time, and he gives it away. Here's a partial break now for Team Russia. They'll just shoot the puck in the zone, and it's going to be offside. They're going to call that all the way down.
Lucky break for Team Canada East on that one, because from my vantage point, it looked like just a puck bounce, and they touched it. But they're going to have a deep face-off in Russian territory with just 12 seconds to work, and you'd think that they've got to get a clean win off this to try any sort of play off of it. 7:13 left in this opening period, and so far, a pretty good stalemate between two long-standing rivals.
Face-off won by Team Canada East. Dunn loses the puck. And that'll pretty well do it for the power play. Dunn has to race back. He'll reverse it there for Cairns. Dunn and Cairns, two Canadian East players on the NHL draft list, getting lots of ice time here tonight and last night. Fired in and offside the call. So give the Russians a bit of credit there. Good job. They killed off a 2-minute penalty, and then they just killed off a double minor.
Not a team to take a lot of penalties in Trenton on Friday night. Just 2 minors in the first period. After that, they were relatively well behaved. No power play goals either for them, but the special teams penalty kill clicking along just like you would like it when you come into a tournament like this. And really, tough for the coaches to prepare for games like this. A short tournament, not a lot of pre-tournament action, so you don't have a lot of video to go off of, and the video you do have, it's usually only 1 or 2 games, so you're hoping that what you see in that video is what they continue to throw at you when you prepare for these types of tournaments.
Yep, they will be looking to work on the power play, looks like, and it's hard like this too because you had 6 minutes in power play time for Team Canada, so some of the guys didn't get a lot of ice time so far in this first period, so it's always nice to get everybody involved in the game.
And really, in a tournament setting like this, your power play units are going to look different from the lines you use in 5-on-5 play. So if you're playing with guys you've never played with regularly, it takes a while for that chemistry to get going. And luckily last night, they caught a bit of fire in a jar. Team Canada East did on the power play with 2 back-to-back goals. But here, a bit of a tougher task against the Russians, and they've still yet to work out the kinks.
Face off at center ice after the maintenance timeout here at the rink. We're in Whitby, Ontario. You're enjoying this game on fasthockey.com and hockeycanada.ca. Ken Hornick and Alan Atmansky, glad to have you along tonight. Canada East in the white, Team Russia in the red, and they have the puck. On the far side, broken up. Here's a chance now for Dickinson, and his quick shot glove there neatly by the goaltender, Vladislav Sukachev.
A little bit of flashiness from Sukachev there. Reached out, grabbed it, and then pulled it right in, almost to say, you think you're going to beat me that easily? Try again. And he's displaying a ton of confidence in this early goings. Not a lot of high-quality scoring chances, but they are getting in close now and firing shots, and he is standing tall in that crease.
There's Yakovenko for Russia playing the puck to the line. It goes off the glove of the Canadian defenseman Wickers, and it deflected out of play into the penalty box, so we'll get another stoppage of play. 6 minutes, 26 left in the opening period. No score.
Other pool in action tonight over in Cobourg. It's Team USA playing the Czech Republics, and it's USA up 1-0 on the Czechs in the first period of that one.
Team Russia fire the puck in. Kayumov fires it in. Back to pick it up there is Grant. He feeds it ahead to Rollo. Rollo then gives it back to Grant. And Rollo's back supporting, plays the puck in behind the net for Vickers. Vickers now puts on the brakes, feeds it across there to Grant. Vickers comes out to center, gets to the line, he'll fire it in. Rollo, first man there on the far side, plays it back in the corner for Cossack. He's being checked closely there by Slepets. Slepets took the puck away from him, now Rollo has it. Wanted to pass it, then he lost the puck, and it's loose at center. Now picked up by Team Russia. They'll fire it in and make changes on the fly. And Latinovich there, a little careless coming out of the net, and he put the puck in front of his own net. And luckily, the Russian player didn't see it quick enough, or we would have had a goal there.
Old style glass here at the Iroquois Sports Complex. They've got those old metal stanchions riding from the bottom of the boards all the way up to the top. And when you rim it around, bounces like that can happen.
Brown gives it away. Now up the wing. Here's Bain. Bain gets to the blue line. Puck in the zone, and the Russian centerman there stepped on the puck, and linesman right there, and offside is the call.
Numerous times it's happened to netminders where a harmless dump in like that, it's rimming around on the dasher board along the glass, and they think it's going to wind up behind their net, so they come out to play it only to see it jet right out in front and wind up in the back of the goal. But there for Latinovich, no harm, no foul.
Fired down the ice, no icing. Back to pick it up is Iva Yeznikov for Russia. Loses the puck. Here's a chance now. Quick snapshot there from the captain of Team Canada East, Grant Cooper, on the point. Grant let one go. Deflected off onto the wing here. Here's Cooper. Plays it in behind the net. Brown is parked out front. With the puck there is Soke. Soke then plays in the corner. Back in the point for Wickers. Wickers then taps it down the left side. At the line, Team Russia with a chance to clear, and they will. Down the wing is Ivan Yusnikov. He lost the puck. Wickers plays it around there for Grant. Grant overskates it. Puck now in the corner. Team Russia with some pressure here, but they give up the puck, and Soke gets it out to the blue line for Team Canada East, but it's snapped right back in there by Maltsev. Rink-wide feed for Cooper. Cooper goes cross ice. Brown gets it, fires it in, and a full change here for Team Canada East with just over 4 left in the opening period. No score. Here's Murray. Murray for Canada East puts on the brakes. Plays it back. Broken up, but Canada still gets the puck. And then they give it away again. A lot of giveaways here in the opening period by both teams. Here is Kovalenko. Speedy right winger for Team Russia. Loses the puck. Picked up here by Michaud. He comes back with Murray. Murray at center. Knocked off the puck there by Maltsev, but he stayed on his feet. Now Kovalenko for Russia. Feeds it across. For Karpyukin, he'll dump it deep in the corner. Slapped around the right side for St. Pierre. St. Pierre then backhands it up to Michaud. Michaud loses the puck. At center. Murray all over his man there, but he couldn't strip the puck from him. Pinching up in the play there, Smith, causing the turnover. The puck ends up in the Canadian zone, deep in the right corner. Here's Dunn poking at it. Dickinson, his stick is caught up in the Russian forward there. Kayumov, and now the puck is loose, back on the point. Here's Alexiev, firing one, he missed the far side. Alexiev again with a shot. Dunn gives it off to Dickinson. Dickinson flips it off the boards for Jordan, and Jordan couldn't find it. Now Ivanov plays the puck back in the corner. Here's Gromov for Russia. Hit hard along the boards. Puck bounced over the Canadian defender and goes deep in the zone, and Dunn is there to play it off the backboards to Cairns. Cairns feeds the puck ahead to Rollo through center. He's with Parker. Tried to feed it off to Parker, then dumps in the corner and races after it. Causes a turnover there. Cossack races after for Team Canada East. But it's scooped up and shot out through center by Yakovenko. And it'll head down the ice, and no icing, waved off. Here's Grant for Canada East. Playing the puck across, he gave away to Bain. Bain with a shot. He was hooked up there. And Team Canada East, after the turnover, going to be penalized here, as Grant gave it away, and they had to hook up the Russian player there, and they're going to be penalized for this.
Owen Grant, really no choice there but to take an infraction there. But if you reel it back about 10 seconds or so, it's a penalty that should never have had to be taken. Just a careless play, and waiting for it right in the slot was Team Russia's, I believe that was Bain.
Yep.
Right at the top of the circle. And I think, luckily for Team Canada, he thought he had more time than he did. Otherwise, that could have been in the back end behind Latinovich.
So Rupstov, Maltsev, and Kovalenko will be out there for Russia up front. Back on the point is Yakovenko, and Makiev with it now with the puck. Plays it back there for Yakovenko. Into the left side for Maltsev. Yakovenko back to Maltsev. Maltsev with it, plays it down to the left side. With the puck there was Rupstov. Now a shot, never made it through, and puck gets out to the line, but not out. Here's Makiev playing it across to Yakovenko. He tried to feed one into Maltsev. He couldn't get his stick on it, but the puck now loose in the corner. Smith fights for it. Now it's picked up there by Dickinson, and he's able to, or Parker, and he gets the puck out to center. Here's Maltsev. Good work there by Parker. Maltsev goes down, no call. Back comes Russia the other way. Here's Rupstov getting through the slot with a chance now. He falls, no penalty. Now Kayumov plays it back on the point. Now into the corner. A chance, they couldn't get a shot away. A good defensive play there by Wickers, and he'll fire it down the ice.
And there we see Sukachev coming out to try to kickstart the power play.
Puck seems to be bouncing off everybody's stick here in the first period. Slepets couldn't get that pass. Nice feed across there by Rupstov.
The 15-degree temperatures might have something to do with it outside. Not something we're used to mid-December.
Pouring rain here in Whitby. Here's a chance to clear now, and it's fired down the ice by Cooper. So 30 seconds left in the period. 22 in the power play for Team Russia. They come out of their own zone, and St. Pierre, he just rocked Karpyukin right there. And the goaltender, Sukachev, is forced to hang on, but a big hit there by St. Pierre, and the crowd here in Whitby liked it.
Exactly what you expect out of a power forward like St. Pierre. He's a big guy. I think 6'2" is what they've got him listed as, 222 pounds, and there he's exerting every inch of that force. He's got to be physical to be successful here and slow the Russians down, make them play your game, and there he did a bit of that.
Off the face-off, referee was going to, linesman rather, blowing it down, so they'll do it again.
Glenn Critton will join us in the first intermission coming up here in about 15 seconds time or so, and he's a guy that's been involved with the OHF, the OHA, and now he's working alongside the Coping Center with a project of his own. So we'll chat with him about that.
Final 10 seconds of the period. Here's a rush by Kozarenko. Fires the puck in the corner and goes after it, but Smith beat him there. Back on the point. Here's Gromoff with a shot. Tipped in front, but never made it through. And the buzzer will go here at the Whitby Iroquois Park Sports Complex. I didn't think it was the prettiest period that we've seen in hockey, but neither team really losing anything because nobody was able to score in that period.
Two teams playing very similar styles out there, and it's a case of which team's going to be the first to break. And you saw there at the end, Russia trying to get those shots through, similar to what we saw Canada facing earlier in the period. Shots being knocked down, not making it to the net, and they're going to have to find a way to counter. But for now, it's a 0-0 game here at the Iroquois Sports Complex as we step out for the first period. You're watching the World Junior A Challenge on fasthockey.com and hockeycanada.ca. We're in the first intermission back at the Iroquois Sports Complex in Whitby, Ontario. The World Junior A Challenge happening day 2. Canada and Team Canada East, and Russia deadlocked at zeros. A pretty good first period for all the fans in attendance. And I'm pleased to be joined now by Glenn Crichton, a man who has a historic hockey background. It's one that stretches all over the globe, and I was reading up on it. You've got some accomplishments in Australia. You've done some stuff here in Canada. Worldwide traveler, but before we get into that, we'll get your first impressions of the period we saw.
Well, I'll tell you, I was impressed with the Russian goaltender. He looks like he's pretty active today, and he's in the game. He's really in the game. And
that's one of the things we were talking about a couple times. The puck came right around the top of the circles, and he had no problems calling off his defenseman. He wanted to play that puck and get involved.
Yeah, so he looks like he's ready to go. And, I'm just impressed with the speed.
It certainly is fun to watch, isn't it?
It's an incredibly fast game, and these kids are from both sides are giving everything they've got. I think whenever we see players from Canada put on the Team Canada sweater, we always say like the Energizer Bunnies. They never stop. But it's really exciting to watch, and the fans are getting to see two teams that had a fairly competitive first period.
And certainly a long-standing rivalry between the two nations on the hockey rink. It spans decades, and you know when you talk about rivalries in hockey, that's always one of the first ones that pops up, and you can see fans from both sides. You see lots of Russian flags in the crowd tonight, which is good. It's all about growing the game these days, and certainly that being an accomplishment with tournaments like this. You yourself, a guy that has a background playing, and I know it's one that's got a lot of accolades in it, but maybe one of the things that stood out for me was your time with the Cambridge Hornets.
Yeah, when I came back from Australia, I actually, what took me to Australia, I met my wife, who's an Australian, and we decided that we might go over there for a year or so to just see what life was like over there. Hockey was not a major sport there, but they had some committed, dedicated players, some players from Europe and the USA, and they only had a couple rinks, but certainly that's where I played when I came back, though. We moved into Cambridge, and the Galt Hornets, the Cambridge Hornets, had sort of quite a reputation in senior hockey, and had a chance there to go and play Davey Cressman, who I played against when he was with Kitchener, and Dave Tataryn was in Niagara Falls. So I've known a couple players that I had got to know through playing in the OHA or the OHL now that it is. And so they were there, and that's how I sort of made my way in through those two guys, and played for 3 years, and then after that wound up coaching and then being a manager. So I got sort of a full taste of senior hockey.
You've been involved with the Ontario Hockey Federation and the Ontario Hockey Association, two separate entities, but two that work really close together, and I'm sure you've seen that various times over the year, the two going hand in hand with one another. Maybe talk about your role in that department over the years.
Sure. Well, once I finished playing, I got involved with the OHA as a board member, actually, sort of wanted to give back a little bit of what hockey had given to me. I'm one of those guys that I think just saw it as a great opportunity and created opportunities for me, and I thought maybe if I could give back a little, that would be a good thing to do. But then just around the time that the Speak Out was coming up and that whole Graham James thing was breaking, there wasn't a lot of work yet done in that area. And so in talking with Brent Lads, who was the president of the OHA at that time, he said, why don't you come and help us unfold that program? It was brand new, and there was a lot of things going on in the game that we discovered that we thought maybe we thought hockey was immune to, but it really isn't, because it's part of the community. And it was a great wake-up call, I think, for all of us there to say, you know what, we need to take care. We need to be more vigilant. We need to do some training. We need to look at the game and see whether we can do some things that will make it better for all those involved. And so that was when Speak Out became part of hockey across Canada, and so was involved in unfolding that for the OHA, and then just got involved really in all areas of the game, right from the area of harassment and abuse to coaches and trainers registration and programs, and in everything that went on. Kind of, we were a smaller organization in terms of administration, so whatever was going on the Monday, we kind of got involved in. So it was a great time to be involved.
And you're kind of doing my job for me now, because you create a great segue into where I wanted to head with this, and that's something that you're working on these days, and it's a project that I think is great to see, because really there's not a lot like it in the sport of hockey and really sports in general. But you've done some work with the Coping Center as well. You've got a book out called Blindsided, a game plan for grief. And it's something probably not a lot of players think about, but when the time comes when you have to deal with something like that, it's important to have a system and something you can look to kind of guide you, and that's what you've got here.
Well, absolutely, and really it came out of our own personal loss. My wife and I lost our little daughter, who was 5 years old, in 1982 to leukemia. And there was nothing around. All the emotions that go with grief are like a roller coaster, and most people, because you look okay on the outside, it's on the inside that you're shattered. And so we purposed that maybe one day we might be able to do some things to support some other folks. Blindsided really came out of the fact that we were going into teams that had maybe a player had died, or a coach, or someone within that hockey organization, that there's few resources for players. So we wanted to take, because hockey really emulates life when we think about it. There's so many principles.
That's a great analogy right there, yeah.
And so we wanted to take the principles of sports and transcend them into the principles of grief, so that people could understand, young people, players could understand really some of the emotions that might be attached with that. And so Blindsided is about doing that, taking the familiar world of sports to the unfamiliar world of grief, using hockey terminology.
And I'm sure there's a certain kind of stigma around the sport, where you're kind of just supposed to deal with it and move on and not really deal with it. But your book, it provides a great guide for that. And looking through it, one of the most important things at the back of it is you've got a checklist for how to really go about dealing with grief. And I'm sure for young kids, teenagers, they've never really, a lot of them haven't had to deal with a situation like that. So where to start? They're just it bewilders them, and this certainly gives them a great guiding point right at the back of it. You've got it, and you break it down and really guides them through that. And I'm sure that was an important thing for you to include in your book.
Absolutely. And just as 25 or 30 years ago, the way we used to deal with concussions, I remember my first concussion, the trainer would come out, with the smelling salts, drag you back to the bench.
You're fine.
Put up the number of fingers to count and send you out. And we know today that that's not the way we deal with concussions. If we don't take the proper care, then in fact we can have long-term impacts. Well, grief was the same way. That wasn't that long ago. Our society was, buck up, keep going, stiff upper lip. Hockey's tough it out, put out the game face. But we know today with grief that what we need to do is we need to take time to mourn and honor those that we love and we lost in our lives. And in doing that, we actually that's our way in which we go through grief. We don't get over grief, we learn to live with it. So what we wanted to do was do something in the book that would help people understand that it's not about, you don't get closure, but you're learning to live with it. And you learn to live with it by not toughing it out, by actually battling back in grief. Is about reaching out.
And one of the best analogies that I've ever heard when dealing with grief was that you never you never move on from it, but you learn to deal with it.
Right, you learn to live with it. You graft it in as part of who you are. Some people say I carry that person in the very soul of my heart. You know that you carry your people that you care about with you. You don't just forget about them. But so many oftentimes in society we don't want to speak about them again. So we want to give people permission through the book to, you know what, it's okay to talk about them. In fact, we should talk about them. It's normal to talk about them. I once read a little quote that said that a death ends a life but not a relationship. So we need to keep those relationships ongoing, but we do it through the venue of memory. So we need to honor and embrace that.
And you're also involved with the Coping Center here, caring for other people in grief. It's in Cambridge, Ontario, and they deal with similar situations like your book deals with, correct?
Yeah, my wife and I are the founders and executive directors, and Coping, that's it, caring of people in grief. We have a center in Cambridge. We have over 400 people a week. They come to this center, and we provide grief support for starting with children the ages of 4 right up to 12, young adults, teens, bereaved parents, those that have been touched by suicide, widows, widowers, and mixed loss. So we really cover the whole group in our society, and we do that through support. We don't try to treat grief, we support grief.
And certainly with 400 people coming, there's certainly a need for a service like that. And it's great to see you guys being involved with the Coping Center and also with your book, Blindsided, A Game Plan for Grief. How can, if we've got people listening that want to get a hold of your book, how can they go about that?
Well, if they go to our website, www.copingcenter.com, and the center is spelled CENTRE, and they go there, they can get all our information, they can get our phone numbers, they can call the office, they'd be happy to send the book out, or they can go onto the website and see the various services that we provide.
Amazing work you are doing. Not only a great hockey person, but a great person in general. Thanks for your time tonight, and it's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
0-0 Team Canada East and Russia here in the first intermission at the World Junior A Challenge in Whitby, Ontario. We'll be back with second period action from the Iroquois Sports Complex.
Sports Complex in Whitby, Ontario. We're getting set for period number 2 of the Canada East Russia game. It's the 2015 World Junior A Challenge. Ken Hornick along with Alan Atmansky. Glad to have you along tonight. Not the prettiest period that we just saw there, but both teams come out, no goals, some power play opportunities. Looked like to me like the ice might not be the greatest shape tonight because of the warm weather outside. Puck was bouncing around a lot.
It certainly was, and you mentioned that, Ken, too, in your in the play-by-play, is that the puck bouncing around a lot, and I think you're absolutely right. The warm weather, we're not used to that in mid-December. We're used to -5, -10 temperatures, but it definitely plays a part in the way the game unfolds, and that a big reason why we have a 0-0 score on the scoreboard. Team Russia taking 2 penalties in that first, as well as Canada East. Neither team able to convert their chances, and the shots at the end of 29-3 in favor of Canada East.
Canada killed off a penalty late in the period. So this period starts full strength for both teams. 5 aside. Early pressure by Team Canada. Rollo has the puck in the right wing boards. Couldn't make a play with it. Now it's loose. Back in the point. Smith backhands one towards the net. And driving towards the net there was the Canadian forward Cossack, but the goaltender, who's been pretty entertaining here tonight, number 77, Vladislav Sukachev, for Russia, grabs on and hangs on.
He's not content with the game just coming to him. He wants to get out, get involved, and get a feel for the puck. And often talking to goalies, they like to feel a ton of shots because it allows them to get into a rhythm. And only 9 shots thrown his way. He maybe wants to see a little bit more so he can get a feel for the game.
So the offensively minded line of Soke, Brown, and Cooper out there for Team Canada East. Puck is shot down the ice. Racing back there forward is Ivanov for Russia. He couldn't get it. Being checked closely, and we have a stoppage of play coming up here. A high stick called by the back referee. Looks like Canada East is going to be penalized. Yep.
Grant Cooper of the Cornwall Colts. He's off for the 3rd power play that Russia will see, and an early one at that. And Grant Cooper, one of the bigger guys on Team Canada's center lineup, will be without his services.
Ivanov, Slepets, and Kalyamov up front for Russia. Karpukin and Alexiev back on the blue line, and Karpukin is back to pick it up for Russia. St. Pierre Parker up front, top a tick. And Smith killing it off for Team Canada East. Back on the point. Karpukin feeds it across here for Kolyamov. Down low, there's a chance he tried to jam it into the side of the net. That was Slepets. But the goaltender for Team Canada East, Nicholas Latinovich, who plays for the Orangeville Crushers, or checked out the Flyers.
I was going to say, they used to be the Crushers.
Yeah, the Crushers when Dale Howarchuk and I coached there. My goodness. Same colors and same uniform, though. But anyway, Latinovich.
Makes it confusing.
Yeah, good little hockey town, Orangeville, home of the Ritchie brothers, Brett and Nick. A lot of good hockey players come out of Orangeville.
Certainly are, and we're seeing one of them in goal for Team Canada East tonight.
Parker on the face-off. Linesman blowing it down. Early movement. Maltsev steps in to take the draw for Russia. And he wins it back on the point. Yakovenko, and a penalty coming up here. Looks like a...
unsportsmanlike conduct.
So maybe somebody dove, they said.
Oh, it looks like we're going to have offsetting minors, so a little bit of 4-on-4 on the way, and we saw it yesterday in the game against the Swiss.
Well, Russia's got the PP rate now, but it would have been 4-on-4.
Well, that's correct. So minute 27 of
4-on-3,
4-on-3.
maybe, yeah.
So tons of space out there. We saw a bit of a deadlock for a while.
Yeah, Russia has 5 skaters. Canada East has 4, so we got to see what's going on here. 5-on-4, the referee just indicated, so they can take the 2 minutes off the board. Offsetting minors. Rush remains on the power play. Just, oh, they took that penalty off there too, so we got a clock crew. There they go. 1:27 left in the minor penalty.
Keeping us on our toes up here, that's for sure.
We've got a good view. We're right above the scorekeeper here and the penalty boxes. We can see straight across the benches. Heard in Coburg the team benches are on opposite sides of the ice.
They are. Coburg, the hometown Cougars are on one side, and then the visitors on the other. Great facility they have there. Soon to be the host of the Royal Bank Cup in 2 years' time.
Jordan with a short-handed chance. He fanned on that shot, though, and racing out of his own end is German Rupstov. Plays it ahead here for Kayamov. He loses the puck, and Canada East will fire it back in the Russian zone. Back to pick it up here is Makiev. He's the captain for Team Russia, and he's running this power play on the point. He'll come out of his own end. Plays it up the wing here for Yakovenko. Yakovenko fired in on net. Almost fooled Latinovich, and Canada East with a chance to clear the puck to get it to the blue line, but not out, and gloved ahead there by the Russian forward, number 37, Kozarenkov. Referee and lines have been right there, so 29 seconds left in the Russian power play, and really no good opportunities yet.
None yet. Neither team giving an inch either way, and one of the big things moving forward is for them to keep their emotions in check there. We saw the two teams letting them get the better of each, and they wind up sitting two aside. But you don't want to be that guy to wind up giving a power play that ultimately decides the game.
Just 10 seconds on the power play. Alexiev fires it in. Picked up there by the Canadian player Lawson. Getting a rare shift here. Back in the point, Alexiev moves to the middle. Taken away here by Cooper. He's out of the box now. 3-on-2 Canada East. Cooper. Quick shot. Right on. Easy save there for the goaltender. Sukachev, so still no goal scored here. Lots of teams with lots of power play opportunities, but no one can seem to get anything going.
And more of the same that we saw in the first period. Shot from the side wall. Not a lot of traffic in front, and an easy stop for the netminder, Sukachev.
Face off in the Russian zone, picked up there by the speedy Gromov. He gets the puck to the blue line, but not out. Cooper. Brown goes to the net. Couldn't get the pass. In behind him. Back the other way comes Russia, but they can't do anything with it. Now here's the Russian player getting the puck out to center. Somebody lost their net guard. Cooper with it for Canada. He can't corral it. Gets it back now. Cooper with a chance to set it up. Goes back on the point here for Dunn. Dunn snaps one. Easy save there as the goaltender. Sukachev solid all the way.
Got to make life difficult for Sukachev if you want to beat him, and that means traffic galore. If he's going to see it, he's going to stop it just like any netminder at this level will. Make his life a little more difficult. Stand right on the edge of the crease. Don't let anybody move you.
Michaud to take the face-off for Canada East. Ivanov for Russia. They win the draw, and it's blown down. We'll do it again. To the left of the goaltender, Sukachev. Michaud wins it back to Topatic. He fires one. That's high and just missed. What a shot there by Topatic from the right point. Here's Michaud. Murray in to help him out on his backhand. Murray stick handles away from one man. Still has the puck. Protects it along the boards. Goes back on the point. Here's Topatic again. He'll snap one towards the net. Deflected just wide. Michaud with it. Feeds it back in behind for St. Pierre. Murray goes to the front of the net. He couldn't get that pass. A good defensive play there by the Russian forward Slepets as he tied Murray up. Here's Topatic now. Tried to make a move at neutral ice. Lost the puck. And it's fed ahead to Slepets. Tries to cut towards the net. Good defensive play there by Smith. And he'll flip it off the boards to Topatic. Here is Topatic. Derek Topatic to center to Michaud. Drop pass there. Smith feeds it off to St. Pierre. He snaps one, and a good save there by the goaltender, Sukachev. He had Murray open the wing, but he didn't see him. Slepets can't get the pucks. Fired around the boards there by Grant. And Smith, the assistant captain for Canada East, will pick it up and play it back in behind the net for Grant. Grant out to the blue line. To the red line and fired in. Hit the linesman and bounced out to center. Here's a 2-on-1 now, almost a 2-on-1. Here's a steal, a chance in front, and a feed across there to Maltsev. And he couldn't get his stick on it. Good feed there by Kovalenko. Here's Gromov feeding it out through center. Wickers can't corral it. Now Rupstov breaks towards the net, now into the corner. Still has the puck. Plays it down low there to Kovalenko. Feeds off to Maltsev. Maltsev back to Kovalenko. He shoots, and the goaltender is right there, and it's loose in front. The referee was right there, and no goal as Team Canada escapes one there as the little winger there, Kovalenko, came from out behind that, almost jammed one past Latinovic.
Great presence of mind for Latinovic to realize that, hey, I have to be careful in here how I move, because if I make one wrong slide to the wrong side, this one's going to slide over the line. But there he's able to just kind of throw his pads along the line and hold on to it.
Well, that's the first real good scoring chance in this, probably the game for Team Russia. And Latinovic, who didn't play last night, Colton Point played last night, that 8-3 win against Switzerland. Latinovic has been perfect so far here tonight. Here's Brown flipping it off the boards out to center. Soke with it down the right side. He'll fire a high shot on the short side. It actually hit the goalie's helmet, the referee's saying, and it went out of play because it didn't look like it was a high shot, but hit the goaltender's helmet. Looks like he's okay, and the face-off will remain in Russians' territory.
Bit of an awkward looking stop from Sukachev there. Most goalies would have grabbed that one or blockered it away. Instead, he actually put his head in the way of it and pushed it out of play for another stoppage. 14:45 to go, yet to see a game's first goal, but you really get the sense that the next, or whoever is able to score first, is going to get a big jump. This crowd just waiting for something to happen. Tons of Russian flags and jerseys in the crowd, tons of Canadian flags and jerseys in the crowd. A great atmosphere here in Whitby.
It's a hockey town and a lacrosse town.
Certainly
hockey
is.
right now, though. Gunn fires it in.
Tons of hockey banners and lacrosse banners hang here at the big pad at the Iroquois Sports Complex.
Here's Cooper. Tried to feed it to Soke, overskates it, now he picks it up. Soke cuts towards the net, tried to jam it the far side. He was barreled into the goalie, and we're going to get a call here, I think. Russian player pushing Soke into the net. It's number 10, the captain, Makiev, and I don't know if he's going to get a penalty or maybe we're just going to get a stoppage of play.
The official looked like he was signaling something, but we might just get a face-off on the way as the netminder unable to fulfill the requirements of his position there with Ben Soke right on his doorstep, and he might have been helped in to the crease by Makiev.
So no calls, 5-on-5 remains. Dickinson comes out to play center here with Murray and St. Pierre. Russia win the face-off. That's Karpukin firing it around the right side, and Dickinson will have to hustle back to get it for Canada. Josh Dickinson plays it off the board. St. Pierre back to Dickinson. Dickinson plays it back to Smith. Team Russia pretty good on the forecheck here. Top a tick, flips back to Smith. He gets to center. He'll wire it in. Didn't make it. Hit the Russian player, and they come back the other way. Here's a chance for Sevchenko, and his shot right on, and no chance of putting that by the goaltender, Latinovic, as he had the angle covered perfectly.
Interesting to see Dickinson now playing on the line with Murray and St. Pierre taking that center spot from Edward Michaud. And we saw yesterday Dickinson started as that extra forward, but slowly worked his way in, got the first goal for Team Canada in the second period, and gradually received more and more ice time as that one moved along.
Off the draw, Canada wins it, goes back into the corner to Grant on his backhand, flips it out to the line. Murray has it. Lots of time to clear the zone. Feeds it here to Dickinson. Dickinson over to St. Pierre. Shot, rebound, and Murray couldn't get his stick on it. Now on the point, Grant fires one. That's blocked, never made it through. And Team Russia come back the other way. Good defensive play there by Grant to break up that neutralized breakout. And a hard hit there again by St. Pierre. St. Pierre's played pretty physical here tonight for Team Canada. He's number 25. Puck shot out through center and down the ice. Linesman says no icing. Here's Latinovic up the boards to Murray. Murray kicks at it. Goes to St. Pierre, and now back to backpedal to pick it up there for Team Canada East is Wickers. He'll set it up as Team Canada forwards make a full change up front. Wickers skates out to the line, plays it off the boards. Here's Kosick now moving in. A ice pass. There's a quick snapshot off the stick of Lucas Bat, and he couldn't get a good scoring chance, but he got a quick shot away. Bat again, plays it behind the net for Kosick on his backhand. Now to his forehand, and he turns around and lets a good shot go, and a good save there by the goaltender for Team Russia, Sukachev, and another off the net coming off the mooring for a stoppage of play.
Better chances coming for Team Canada East right now, as they are the ones generating some sustained pressure in the Russian end. For Team Russia, it seems to be a one and done type of game right now for them, whereas Canada is able to roll along a little bit and get 1, 2, 3 shots in before a face-off happens.
Still no score in this one. Canada East scored 8 goals last night. Haven't got one here tonight. Team Russia, though, hard to play against. They're always on the puck. Don't give you a lot of time and space. Here's a giveaway. Rolo has it. Long shot. Never made it through. And back the other way comes Maltsev. Feeds the puck across there. Intended for the Russian player, Mezhirkyakov, and the linesman calls it icing, so another face-off deep in the Russian zone. This time a fresh unit of 3 will come out. Soke, Brown, and Cooper.
Final day of round robin play commences tomorrow here at the Iroquois Park Sports Center, with Russia and Switzerland tangling.
Topatic shot, that hit Maltsev and he felt it. Topatic then wires another one in. Going after there is Alexiev. Puck in the right corner. Here's Cooper with it. Cooper still has it. Kaiser jamming out front. Soke couldn't get a stick on it. Shot, Smith fanned on it. A tough angle shot there from the winger Brown, and the goaltender Russia, Sukachev, had the angle cut off, and again the net comes off its moorings. But a good chance for Team Canada East, as this line of Cooper, Soke, and Brown applying the pressure, but they're going to head off for a rest and back out to try to get Canada on the board. Here will be Dickinson, Murray, and St. Pierre.
And again, Dickinson being slotted in with Murray and St. Pierre. Looks like he might have found a home there for the rest of this period.
You know, last night we never had anybody getting kicked out of the face-off. Tonight we're getting all kinds of guys kicked out.
Each team wants that extra edge, trying to cheat a little bit, and the officials right on top of things. And I'm sure, just like them, or the players, the officials, they go over game tape afterwards to see where they can improve. It's also an audition for them, just like it is for the players.
Here's Dickinson losing the puck. Down the left wing here is Iva Yanakov, and his shot is handled there by the goaltender Latinovich. He wasn't able to hang on to it. Got a bit of a break there as the referee blew the play down.
And quickly the officials try to quell the storm a bit. The last thing you want is pushing and shoving after the whistles with so much at stake. So they're quick to just say, hey guys, we'll give you a warning. And then if you continue, well, one of you is going. And that's the quickest way to stop the skirmishes after whistles. Just pull one guy out of them, sit him, and then the message will be sent very, very fast.
Puck off the face-off, goes to the point. Canada with a chance to clear. Brett Murray comes to center down the left side. Murray with the puck, puts on the brakes in the half wall, flies it down low to St. Pierre. Michaud with a quick shot, easily saved there by Suchakev. Puck behind the net, Murray on his backhand. Plays it back to St. Pierre. He's muscled off the puck there by Rupstoff. Now Murray picks it up, goes back on the point, top of tick. Cross ice here. Smith plays it off the backboards, and again the net has come off its moorings. The referee, I don't think he saw it. Is it off? Yeah, I think it is off a bit there, but maybe pulled it back on. Topatic now with it. Flips the puck up the wing to St. Pierre. Canada making changes on the fly. 10:50 left in the period. Still no score. Canada East and Russia. Canada East played last night and won. Russia did not play. This is their first game of the tournament. Here's Jordan from a sharp angle. Easily handled there by the goaltender for Team Russia, Sukachev.
And the way this tournament's structured is that the top finishers in each pool wind up with a bye through to the semifinals. The second place team will play the third from the other pool. And so you get the crossover, and then the winners move on to play the first place finishers. Short and sweet.
Sam Dunn couldn't get a real good shot away as Canada won the draw. Jordan picks it up on the right wing boards. Loses the puck. Alexiev feeds it ahead. Back comes Team Russia the other way. Maltsev still with it. Fires one. He shot it well wide of the marker. Back to pick it up here for Team Russia. Karpyukin Forced back into his own zone, plays it off the boards. That bounced off Parker's skate right into the Canada East bench.
Team Canada East picking up the physical play here in the second period. Not too many checks going unfinished. In that opening period, it looked like Russia was ready to answer it, but here Canada is just taking the play to them. They're winning the battles on the boards. They're winning the battles in the open ice, and it's resulting in shots in on Sukachev.
So the face-off will be at center ice. Canadian goaltender Letonovich needs a new stick. Obviously not allowed to leave the crease.
Linesman helping out the cause.
Russia win the face-off at center. Here is Yakovenko playing it ahead. Icing waved off. Good job there by Wickers to take out his man. Now Cossack pokes the puck back in behind the net for Rollo. Swings it up the left wing boards. That's bounced and Matt Bat couldn't get it. Now Bat tries to pick it up again. Rollo all over his man. Good job there by Bain to get away from Rollo. Now Grant comes up to help out, and Rollo with the puck. Puts on the brakes, goes back on the point. That's center. Backhanded in there by Wickers into the corner. And it is Yakovenko. Puck comes out to center. Topatic will fire it right back in. Yakovenko for Russia. Plays it up to the captain there. That's Makiev. There's a real easy shot off the backhand of the Russian forward, Avramenko, and another easy save there for Latinovich.
He doesn't look too frazzled in the blue paint for Team Canada East, just holds on to it, takes the face-off, and then goes about his business, and I'm sure that's kind of the mindset for the netminders at this junction. It's a close game, neither team opening up at all, and so if the puck happens to be dumped in on them, they don't want to mess around. Just hold on to it, take the face off, let your guys regroup, and then go from there. As far as they're concerned, they've done their job, and they'll face what may come. A pretty close played game to this point. We're inside the midpoint of the second period, and neither team's armor yet to break, and the fans getting a bit restless. They want something to happen out there. They want to see a goal, a big hit, just something to make them cheer here at the Iroquois Sports Center.
See the U.S. still leading 1-0.
And they're at about the same point we are, midway through the second period.
U.S., a lot of USHL players on that team. That league quickly becoming a high-end league. A lot of the American kids like to go there and play, then head off the NCAA route.
The American squad looked like a well-oiled machine in the game I saw them on Friday. Tons of speed, and they can mix it up along the boards if they need to. Started taking a few unnecessary penalties, but they want to show that, hey, we can beat you with speed. We can beat you in the physical game as well.
Shevchenko in to take the face-off for Russia against Canada's Ben Soke. Puck is loose, flipped off the boards, but not out, kept in. Smith goes back to pick it up for Canada, plays it up the left side. Here's Grant Cooper. Almost a bad giveaway there, but they got a break, and the puck comes out to center and shot right back in by Russia. Topatic now plays it off the boards for Brown. Brown flips it rink wide. That was picked off at center ice neatly by Rupstov. And Russia, all kinds of traffic in the neutral ice area, and Canada giving the puck there away a lot here tonight. Luckily, they haven't been scored on. Fired in deep by Brown. Picked up there by Gromov. Feeds it up the wing here on the right side for Kozarenko. Kozarenko loses the puck. Brown then picks it up again. Over here to Michaud. Michaud, quick shot, easily saved there by the goaltender for Team Russia, Sukachev. And he looks pretty confident, like you mentioned a few times tonight, Alan.
He wants to win, and he is showing that, hey, he's ready for this challenge. And I always see him down there after the whistles, too. He's talking with the officials, talking with his guys. Just a real confident netminder in there, and it shows he's got no problem coming out to take over. He's almost like a third defenseman for the Russians when he needs to be.
There's a scramble for the puck, and St. Pierre has it for the moment. Plays it out front, picked off there by Kovalenko, and he flips it off the boards. Here's St. Pierre with the steal. Feeds it down to the corner. for Dickinson. He'll flip it back into Murray. Murray on his off wing, plays it to Dickinson. Tried to feed it back to Murray, but the puck goes off the backboards, and Kovalenko can't clear it right yet. Now feeds it across, and it comes out to the blue line. Flipped out to center, and Dickinson grabs it for Canada East. Played it back to St. Pierre. Now here's Wickers for Canada. Out of his own end to center. He'll backhand it deep in the zone. Goes to the goaltender. He loves to play the puck. He plays this one up through neutral ice. Racing down the wing is Ivanov. Ivanov in the corner, now in behind the net. Circles out front. He shoots. He scores! Well, they let him come all the way out front there, and he had lots of time. He let that quick shot go, and Canada East find themselves down by a goal. Goaltender's going to pick up an assist to this one.
What a play by netminder Vladislav Sukachev. Fires it down the left wing. Ivanov follows up on it, picks it up at about the bottom of the left faceoff dot, keeps on it, carries it around the net. Nobody touched him. They just kept him at bay, and then he found some room untouched, fires a shot upstairs on Latinovich, and we've got the game's first goal, a big one for Team Russia.
Here's Bain for Russia, over to Mezchikarov. Loses the puck to Michaud. Michaud can't keep it in. It goes out to center to Cairns. He gives it to Dunn. Dunn will rip it around the boards. Racing after it there is the Canadian winger Parker, getting a rare shift here. Puck in behind the Russian net. Picked up there by Alexiev. He'll flip the puck off the glass. Dunn can't keep it in. Hard hit there by Parker. Now a 2-on-1 Russia. Chance across. Oh, they couldn't get a shot away. As Mezchiryakov made the pass across. Good pressure here by Russia after scoring the first goal of this game just a few moments ago. Parker for Canada. Gives it away to Bain. Bain plays it down into the slot. There's a quick shot, Latinovich. I don't think the shot went on net, but it was a real good chance there for Mezchiryakov. And Canada right now on their heels. Trying to get things going here is Jordan. Michaud couldn't take that pass. Canada just can't seem to take the passes here tonight. That was right on his stick, and he kind of bounced off. So not sure if it's the ice or maybe some of these kids are still a little nervous.
And now they find themselves in a 1-0 hole, so a little bit tougher situation for them as Russia now looks to be playing a more confident game after getting that first goal. They got it out of the way, the monkey off the back, and they're starting to take it to Team Canada after Team Canada East was the one generating the shots in the early half.
Smith wires it in. Canada like to play the dump and chase game here. You don't see Russia do it too much.
Yeah, Russia more of a team with a controlled game. They hold on to that puck, and why wouldn't you? You work so hard to get it. Why give it away like that?
Another scramble. Now here's a 2-on-1. Here is Shevchenko. Shevchenko feeds it across and they score. Big our team, Ivan Yuzhenko, buries it on the 2-on-1. And just like that, Team Russia have opened up a 2-0 lead.
Beautiful feed. I don't think you can execute a 2-on-1 better than that. Netminder Nicholas Latinovich beat all the way on that one. And the Russians now pumped right up. They've got a 2-goal lead here late in the second period. And they are feeling good out there.
Let's see if Canada gets something going here. Here's Brown, pokes the puck back to Wickers. He then gives it to Grant. Grant tried to give it back to Wickers, hit the Russian player, and it's shot down the ice. Icing waved off. Chance out front there for Kovalenko. He couldn't get a stick on it, and back comes Brown the other way. All the Russian players back checking though. Puck took a funny bounce off the backboards, and it's whacked there by Cooper. Cooper comes up with it back on the point. Grant takes a shot, deflected off into the corner. Good work there by Rubstov. Gets the puck ahead. Now Russia comes back the other way. Here's Gromov, loses the puck. And a penalty coming up here.
I think it's going to be Cooper again heading off on that hit that he followed through on. He came flying to the blue line trying to hit the Russian defenseman, and it is indeed going to be Grant Cooper, the captain of Team Canada East. The second penalty of the game for the captain.
And that's not what you want when you're down by a couple and not having a whole lot of luck out there. Parker will take the face-off for Canada. Ivanov for Russia. Puck loose in the face-off circle. Russians come up with it. Played back on the point, Alexeyev. Alexeyev feeds it across. There's a quick shot from Kayumov, and it was saved by the goaltender Latinovich, and Canada with a chance to clear if they can't. Karpukin plays it down in behind the net. Topatic can't control it. Topatic now with another chance to get it out. He can't. Now St. Pierre barrels his way up but can't get his stick on the puck. Here's Karpukin. Back on the point. Alexeyev wires it, blocked by St. Pierre. Chance in front. Puck is loose.
Real big gut check time for Team Canada East right now. You find yourself down by a pair and on the penalty kill. You're going to see what kind of character's on this team in a situation like this.
Well, St. Pierre doing a good job so far. Here is Karpukin. Big defenseman back on the point for Alexeyev. Lots of time. Feeds it across. Gets it back. Alexeyev again. Cross ice there for Maltsev. His shot never made it through. Good check there, and a penalty coming up here to Topatic. I'm not sure about that one. He basically just went in there and checked the Russian player, but the back linesman right there, and he's going to call it. So Canada will be down 2 men. Still 56 seconds left in Cooper's minor.
A tough call to take, but anytime you see the numbers, the officials are going to crack down on that one, and I think that's the big reason why it was called. And the Russian bench, as soon as the hit was thrown, they were calling for it. And I immediately looked to the back official, his arm, no hesitation in going up. And now a tough situation gets just that much harder as you find yourself in a 5-on-3 for at least 56 more seconds.
Yakovenkov plays the puck, gets it back, feeds it across here for Makiev. Here's a chance now for Rubstov, and all alone. Tried to get it to the stick of Kovalenko, but he couldn't deflect it. Now Yakovenko plays it back in the point. Makiev shoots, and a blocker save there by Latinovich, and the puck goes back to the Russians.
They're liking that umbrella setup with 3 across the top and the 2 right down the middle.
Rubstov with it. Gets it back. Can't get a shot away. Good job there by the defenseman Lawson. And the puck bounces out to center. 10 seconds left in the minor to Cooper. Back comes the captain for Russia. Plays it back. And a quick shot there off the stick of Rubstov. Back in the point, here is Makiev on the other shot. Good block there in front there by St. Pierre. He's been blocking a lot of shots tonight and making a lot of good hits as well. Back in the point, Makiev. Over here for Yakovenko. Slot shot there off the stick of the Russian forward there, Kozarenkov, and he couldn't get much on it.
Impressive shot blocking from Team Canada East right now. They are throwing their body and everything and anything Russia's throwing at them.
Here's Yakovenko. Feeds it across there to Rubstov. Rubstov stick handles, gives it back to Yakovenko, goes to the middle of the ice. Here's Rubstov again, moving in, shooting, and it's blocked again by St. Pierre. Good block by St. Pierre. Back on the point, here is Yakovenko. Feeds it across, deflected in front, off into the corner. Chance for Canada to clear. Let's see if they can get it out. They can't. Makiev, there's a one-timer off the stick of Kozarenkov, and that was just wide of the marker. Final seconds of the power play. And we'll get a stoppage of play here. Looks like the net is off its mooring, so big break there for Team Canada East.
Huge. Now just 7 seconds remaining in the lone penalty to Topatic. When you get penalty kills like this, they can certainly be a huge builder for team morale on the bench, especially when things not going your way. You find yourselves down 2-0 and then looking a 5-on-3 right in the eye. If you can kill it off, well, it certainly gives you a good rallying point from there on out.
Here's Brett Murray to center. Racing down the right side, still has the puck. Hangs on to it. Protects it neatly along the right wing boards, but then gives it up. Here's a chance now for Michaud. Michaud moves in, shoots! Oh, and a good save there by the Russian tender, Sukachev. Good chance late in this period by Team Canada. Michaud couldn't bury it. Bain skates after for Russia in the corner. Against Cairns. Cairns on his backhand, gets it over the other corner. Slepets now with it. Slepets lost the puck, and Brown has it for Canada. Out to center. And the puck took a funny bounce there at the blue line, and Brett Murray on the left side was caught on the offside.
Good situation for Team Canada East to find themselves right now, in the sense that you're facing some adversity early in the tournament, and you'll get a sense of how your team reacts to it. The last thing you want to do is wind up in the playoff rounds and find yourselves in a situation and react the wrong way. So it gives them a chance now to really tool their attack and how they come back from this as they move forward.
Metgaliev plays the puck ahead for Maltsev. Maltsev lost the puck. Now it's Grant. Here's Topatic to center. Now to the line. Moving in, shooting, and he fired it high over the goaltender's glove hand side. Back the other way comes Russia. Here is Kyovanov. Feeds it back for Maltsev. Moving in, shooting, and Latinovich with a big save late in the period. And the rebound is right there, and they shoot, they score. A defensive breakdown again there by Team Canada. There were 5 Russian players in front of the net. And in the end, I think it was Maltsev who whacked it home.
A timely goal for the Russians here. No coach likes to see your team give up a goal in the last minute of play. That's exactly what Team Canada East does here. And when you look across on the ice surface right now, you see just what that goal did. Team Canada East sitting down on their bench. Nobody's up. Team Russia all up celebrating right now.
The referee was having a discussion there. I'm not sure. Maybe they thought there might have been goal to interference, but I think after a quick discussion they said no, there wasn't. So
Jason Clark none too pleased with the way this call's gone, and he's got to be careful now because the last thing you want to do is take another penalty here.
Yeah.
And there the referee warning him if any more comes our way, well, you're going to find yourself shorthanded.
Always pressure on the Canada coaches, no matter what it is. It could be pee-wee hockey and you're still going to get pressure. Actually, there's a penalty coming up here. Oh no, I thought maybe 21 was coming over the box.
And now some jockeying on the wings right now as Bat gets into it with the Russian forward Kovalenko.
Final minute of the second period. Not a good one for Team Canada East. They've given up 3 goals. Good one for Russia, though. Wickers wraps it in. Here's Cossack trying to get something going for Team Canada East out there with Rollo and Bat. Puck is loose. Rollo plays it off the glass. Kept in there at the line by Smith. Cossack tries to center it. Rollo wasn't in front. He got the puck, but he was on a bad angle. Couldn't get a shot away. There's Cossack. Rollo in to help him out. Bat there moves in and hammers his guy, and the puck comes to the blue line, but not out for the moment. Now a late chance for Russia. Inside the line, and it's now loose at the blue line. Final second of the period here, and the buzzer will go here at the Iroquois Sports Complex in Whitby, and a real tough period for Team Canada East there. Was to get some pushing and shoving at the buzzer here. Canadians a bit frustrated.
But it looks like cooler heads will prevail in that scrum. A great period for Team Russia there after the game on Friday in Trenton. You look at the box score and say, wow, they were really outmatched, but they've answered the bell here with a big second period, putting up 3 on the board. And as we head into the second intermission, that is the score that they lead by 3-0. Russia over Team Canada East. As we head into the second intermission here at the Iroquois Sports Complex in Whitby, Ontario at the 2015 World Junior A Challenge. Alan Atmansky back here at the Iroquois Sports Complex in Whitby, Ontario at the 2015 World Junior A Challenge. Day 2 of the tournament finds ourselves with a Canada East-Russia matchup, and the Russians leading 3-0 after 40 minutes. Pleased to be joined up here in the booth by Jerry Ouellette, who is the chair of the host organizing committee. Thanks for your time, and
no problem, Alan.
2 periods on the books in this one so far.
Yes.
A tough one for Team Canada East, but Russia certainly seems to be finding their stride at just the right time.
Yeah, it's coming together. They got a little bit more pepper in their step, let's say, and they're hitting the empty holes. We got to make sure we shooting it into the mesh, not to the goalie.
It's a good game plan moving forward, and I'm sure they'll talk about that during the second intermission. We'll talk about your role with the host committee. You're the chair,
yes.
So you're kind of the guy that oversees everything, I would guess.
Yeah, that's we've got the Whitby and Cobourg, and there's 2 operating committees that are doing a great job with volunteers between the 2 communities, and my job is to kind of oversee the whole thing, just as you said, to make sure that everybody's working together and that we're on the same page and moving forward and paying the bills, actually.
First time the tournament in its 10-year history has been hosted in Ontario, and
yes,
the first time the tournament's been hosted by the Ontario Junior Hockey League, obviously.
Yes.
A little bit of redundancy there, but it's going to be a good feather in your cap to have your town selected as one of the hosts along with Cobourg. How did that partnership between Cobourg and Whitby come about?
Well, the way it works, Alan, is you get there's a proposal that Hockey Canada puts out, a bid tender process. Whitby and Cobourg got together, Whitby Fury and the Cobourg Cougars, and with the backing of the OJHL, and put forward a proposal, complied with all the guidelines, and submitted to Hockey Canada, who overview it, and then come forward with their suggestions, and we were the successful tenders.
A pretty great arena here at the Iroquois Sports Complex to host an event like this. In terms of what Whitby has to offer as a host, what would you say were the selling points for you guys? Well,
we've got the facility. It's having the volunteer base in place with the people coming out to help out, along with the staff in the community. So, we've got a couple of glitches here. It's an arena, you get problems all the time, and boom, they're on it right away, and I can see them still taking care of some of the issues that might be out there.
It's got to feel good for you to see that when an issue arises, somebody's right away on it. It puts your mind at ease a bit, I'm sure.
Well, you have the right people taking care of the problems that are out there, so if there is a problem, it moves forward. And the average individual watching, the game or seeing what's happening or in attendance here would never know this is happening or going on. It's all the behind-the-scenes stuff that we take care of.
It's called smoke and mirrors, right? The illusion is that everything's great, but behind the scenes there's tons of people working and going all hours of the day to make an event like this run. We've got still...
So Alan, did you know that between the first and second period we had to take the doctors into the Team Canada room to stitch a player up?
We were wondering about that,
yeah,
but
no,
you wouldn't see that. You wouldn't see that otherwise, and that just shows you all the things that go on behind the scenes that the fans don't get to see. It's got to be encouraging for you guys too to see the rink packed like this on a Monday night. Usually, the Friday, Saturday games, they're an easy sell because that's typically when fans are out watching hockey or going out for their entertainment. But here on Monday night, Canada Russia.
Absolutely.
It's a full house here at the Big Pad.
Oh yeah, it's nice to see the great, we got the support here. We've got, and this is one of the things about the tournament, Alan, is you've got a world-class event taking place right here in the community of Whitby and in Cobourg. And here's the ability to get that and show the world that we can put on these tournaments where we bring in teams from Russia, Switzerland, the States, the Czechs as well, and provide everything that they're looking for to make sure we've got a great, successful event and that they have a great experience, and that's what they're getting.
And when you think about it, too, Whitby ideal because you guys are close to a major airport in Toronto. There's tons of options around, so if teams have off days, they can do numerous different things. And
so we've got, the Russians wanted to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame. They want to go to a Raptors game. I'm not sure we're supposed to say that, but these are the sorts of things that we try and arrange for them while they're here and give them the opportunity to participate and see what we've got. And there's a lot to offer in this area, and it's a great opportunity for them.
Well, I'm sure a lot of these guys, otherwise, if they don't come to these tournaments, they don't get the experience like this. And so for a lot of these 17, 18, 19-year-old kids, it's a great time. And so far, the tournament going very well. Overall impressions so far, 2 days in for you?
So far, so good. Everything's moving along smoothly. It's great to see the numbers. That shows it's a successful event, that we're providing a a great tournament for the spectators to come out and see. And you got to thank Mary Nurse was here from Nurse Chevals, and providing, and the sponsors coming out and sponsoring events like this. And that's what makes it happen. You got the volunteers, the sponsors, and the people who put together the bid to make a difference.
Yeah, events like this do not go off without tons of volunteers, and you see them here at the Iroquois Sports Complex. They've all got those red jackets on, so you can see them everywhere. They're very visible, but they're for us, anyways. They've been more than willing. They're always asking, "Is there anything you guys need? Is there anything we can help with?" And
well, Alan, there's so many things that people don't even realize. For example, one of the toughest parts that we had was we had to find a Russian translator. It says every team has a host, which is their kind of go-to person. So we would like bottled water. So, and how do you convey, I don't know how your Russian is, Alan, but mine's not that great. So how do you say we want bottled water in Russian? So we've got actually a Toronto Metro police officer, female, and she is taking the week off to be with the Russian team, to be their team host. So anything they want, they coordinate, they go to events, they go to places, it's all there.
Are you picking up any Russian then? Are you learning it as we go?
No, I don't have any Russian yet.
Not yet, but definitely a good experience for your town, and it's a hockey town too at that. A long-standing history of hockey in this town, as well as lacrosse too, but hockey, you've got the Whitby Dunlops here, who have a long storied history. You guys also have the OJHL's Whitby Fury in town, and tons of NHLers have come through this town. And at our broadcast right, you see the banners hanging for Joe Newendike and Adam Foote, who together are three-time Stanley Cup winners there. So
yes, oh yeah. No, it's got a long history here, and it's great to see the fans coming out and support the event. With some great hockey out there, and if people want to come out, I'm sure they'll be able to fit into a game the rest of the week.
Where can they get tickets if they're looking to come out?
They can go online, or they can pick them up right here at the game at the Iroquois Park or at the Cobourg Community Center. They'll pick them up right there. I'm not sure how the gold medal is. I'm not sure if there's any left for the gold medal game, which is Saturday in Cobourg. And at the Cobourg facility, it holds a little bit more. So,
yeah, brand new facility there, and
it's great people out working in Cobourg too. Can't say enough about Cobourg and the town council. His worship, the mayor, came out and supported everything like unbelievably. And
you guys have a pretty big game here on Friday. You guys get to host the bronze medal game as well.
That's right. And this is actually one of the premier games right now, the Canada-Russia game.
Well, thanks for taking the time in your intermission. I know your free time is very limited, but we do appreciate it, and all the best to you and your committee as we move through the tournament.
And thank you for being here, and thank the sponsors and the volunteers for making a difference.
3-0, Team Russia leads Team Canada East as we are in the second intermission. We'll be back with third period action here at the World Junior A Challenge in Whitby, Ontario. Getting set for third period action here at the Iroquois Sports Complex in Whitby, Ontario. 2015 World Junior A Challenge Day number 2. Ken Hornick along with yours truly, Alan Etmansky. And a quick recap of the scoring that we had in the second period finds Team Russia up 3-0. They got goals from Georgi Ivanov, Artem Ivanushchenkov, as well as Mikhail Maltsev. Those all coming after the 10-minute mark, and it finds the Russians up by a trio.
And the final 20 of regulation underway here in Whitby. Canada needs the next one. They're going to be in real big trouble. Russia's on the attack early. Giveaway. Canada can't clear it. Puck is loose. Now Bat has it. Bat gives it away. Tries to get it back. Smith overskates it. There is Kovalenko feeding the puck. And Cossack hammered. Rupstov there just inside the blue line. Fans in the Whitby Arena here like that. Now Rollo for Canada. He'll pick it up and break out of his own end. Comes through center. Not a lot of room. He'll have to fire it in the corner. Racing after it there is Cossack. He fell there. Now the puck just gets inside the Russian line. Here is Alexiev. Goes rink wide. More of a snapshot shot than a pass. Now Canada comes back. Puck squirted outside the line and back comes the Russians. Here is Ivanov. The couple points of the game. He lets a snapshot go from in close. And I think the Canadian defender got a stick on that. It deflects out of play.
Big opening 5 minutes of this third period for both sides. And if you're Team Russia, you just got to keep the foot down on the gas pedal. Keep doing what you're doing because it is working. And things are rolling along for Team Canada East, though. They got to stay out of the box in that second period. 4 penalties, and it really wound up putting them in a tough spot.
Here's the line that could get him back into the game. It's Cooper, Soke, and Brown. They have the puck in the opposition zone now. See if they can do something. Here's the big defenseman, Akhmet Galiev. Playing it, but not out. Tipped in front there. Cooper went off into the corner, and the puck squirts out to center. Canada making a change on the fly. Cairns fires up to Cooper. Cooper trying to slide it over here to Brown. Brown comes in to help out, has the puck. Plays it back. Cairns on his backhand, gives it to Michaud. Michaud then gives it to Cooper. Cooper taps it down low to Michaud. Back on the point, Cairns. Cross ice feed, Topatic with a drive. That deflected, and again, the goaltender knocking the net off its moorings.
Fans here not happy about that. They're looking for a penalty, as is Luke Brown and Grant Cooper.
Nets in Russia must be on there a little tighter because, I mean, he seems to like to use that goalpost as a bit of a cushion.
Yeah, I don't think there was any intent on that play. He looked like he was just trying to push up to get ready for it, and the net came loose on him. If anything, it would be tough for a netminder. You're going to set your position, you push off, and then all of a sudden the anchor's not there anymore, so you're left swimming in the crease.
Face off won by Canada East. Topatic drive, missed the far side. Here's Slepets, can't control it. Michaud plays it down in the corner. St. Pierre trying to get a stick on it. Finally does. Michaud back in the point. Cairns fakes the shot back to Michaud. Shot in front. Murray was parked in front of the goaltender providing a screen. Murray comes up with the puck on his backhand left-hand corner. Being hounded there by Mezcheryakoyov. And the puck is loose for St. Pierre. Uses his big body to shield it along the boards, but then loses it and is tapped out and down the ice by Russia. And we'll get an icing call here against Russia. All 5 of their players will have to stay on the ice. Canada will send out a fresh new troop here. So a little bit of early pressure by Team Canada, but they just can't seem to get any real good shots through.
Well, the Russians box out really well. They don't allow a lot of play right in front of their goal. They're content to leave those shots on the perimeter and then deal with the garbage as it falls in front of Sukachev. And why would you change anything when you're being successful so far, especially after the game in Trenton on Friday night? You look at the score and you think, well, it should be an easy game for Team Canada East, but anything but that is the case. Russia showing a lot of good bounce back in this one.
A shot off the stick of Cossack, deflected out of play, so the face-off will remain in the Russian zone. Shevchenko wins it. Canada comes up with the puck, though. That's Kosik in the corner. Bat comes in to help him out and picks up the puck. Plays it back to Kosik, back to Bat. Bat, sharp angle shot, never made it through. Rolo was parked out front. Here's Kosik on his backhand. Tried to flip it over there to Bat. Fired around the boards, and it just bounced over the stick of Grant. Bad bounce there for Canada East. And 2 Russian forwards collide at center, giving up the puck. Here's Bat now. Takes the feed from Rolo. Bat puts on the brakes, then feeds it into Kosik in the corner, now behind the net. Rubbed out of the play there by Alexiev. Alexiev with the puck. At the line, Smith keeps it in. And it bounces out to center. Russians make a change on the fly now. Almost 4 minutes into the third, still 3-0. There is a weird looking pass off the stick of Wickers. He got the end of his stick on it, and he actually fired it right into his own bench.
A little bit of a different play. Canada trying to regroup across their own blue line. Tries to go D to D and instead launches one. I wonder if he's heading for a field goal over there.
I think he got it. They need one to get back into this game. Oh, the puck loose to the far side. Brown will pick it up. He fires it across here to Cooper. Cooper then shoots it in. It's onside. Puck bounces out to center. Good job there by Topatic to slow up Rupstoff, or he might have been in all alone. Here's Brown behind the net. Up the wing here to Cooper. Cooper cuts towards the middle of the ice, feeds it across to Topatic. He gets it over here to Wickers. Wickers now, another chance to get the puck deep in the zone, and he'll fire it in. Cooper goes after it. Can't control it. Puck loose in the corner. Here's Brown trying to wink his way out in front of the net, but he was knocked off stride. Grant taps it off the glass into the corner to Cooper. Here's Sake with it. Moves to the slot. Can't get a shot. Good job by that Team Russia to cut down the gaps. Here's Cairns for Canada. Flips it to Brown. Brown gets it, fires it in. He'll take a seat. He's had a long shift here. Yaknovenko clears it up the center. There's a giveaway by Grant. Quick low drive, pad save. Latanovich in the rebound. Came onto the stick of Kayamov, but he couldn't get the shot away. I think that was the first shot on net this period for Russia. 5 minutes in. Still 3-0. Russia on top. Here's Brett Murray losing the puck. Tries to get it back. It squirts outside the line. Russian fires it back in. And Canada will set it up in behind their own net. Long feed here for Murray. Murray couldn't control it. Now it's back to Cairns. Cairns fires it across to Grant. Grant goes behind the net. And gets away from the Russian forechecker Maltsev and gets to center. Backhands it in the right-hand corner. And we got a penalty coming up here. Probably interference. Well, they're going to make it a high stick call. So Canada East in need of a goal. Head to the power play.
Big power play, and it's cliche and probably an understatement in this case. This Team Canada East trailing by 3. Need one here, and they need it now. And they're going to get a little bit of good fortune as it's going to be Maltsev out off for the Russians. He has the last goal that Russia scored in that second period.
He's been a good player tonight for Russia, one of their better ones. There's a shot by Bat, sharp angle, kicked out into the side of the net. Now fired out and out through center.
Good confidence from Sukichev there, made the stop. The puck bounced in front of him, and he just swatted away with the paddle. Midair.
Here's Bat poking it ahead. Topatic moving in, up from the point position. Has the puck in his backhand, then gave it away. Got it back, but then Russia gets it and fires it down the ice. This will be Smith, Adam Smith for Canada. Through the middle. Brown couldn't corral it. It bounces off his stick and comes out to center. Here's Smith again for Grant. Back to Smith. Played ahead there to Brown. Brown then feeds it across to Rolo. Gets inside the line. Left wing boards. Taps it around the net. Bat will race after it. Flips it back into the corner for Brown. Rolo's out front. He tried to feed it back to Bat, but he was way up on the wing there. Now on the point. Smith moving in. He'll drive one. That shot deflected. And a confident looking Sukichev with the save.
Best chance we've seen from Canada in a while.
Here's Bat again with a shot. Deflects it off into the corner to Brown. Brown, got to get some point shots through here, guys. Here's Brown with it, in behind the net. Grant moving up for the point. Plays it back to Bat. Bat then tried to give it to Smith. He fanned on that pass, but got the puck back. Brown, Rollo out front. Bat again back to Smith. Left side, back to Bat. Shot it, deflected off the stick of the Russian forward Kovalenko. And with 16 seconds left, Canada with a bit of pressure, but just not able to get them shots through.
And that's what you want on a power play is shots, shots, and more shots. And it's just not happening for Team Canada. They're doing a good job at working the puck around the perimeter, but you can look good all day long. If you're not effective, then it doesn't mean a single thing.
Off the draw on the point, here is Cairns. He fanned on that pass. He tried to get it down in the corner. And to pick it up is Dickinson. Plays it down on the corner for St. Pierre. Back on the point. Here's Topatek. Cross feet. Cairns shot. That flutters in behind the net. Power play now over. Canada 0 for on the power play tonight. Murray tried to play it back to the point. Now Dickinson with it to Murray. Back on the point. Topatek. Cross feet. Cairns with a drive. And that goes wide and all the way down the ice. Finally get a good shot away, and it's not near the net. Murray gets away from Ivanov. Feeds it across there for Topatek. He overskates it. And back comes Russia 3-on-1. Maltsev moving in, shooting! And Latonovich, I don't think he knew where it was, but he made the save.
Just got to make the save. Doesn't matter how, just make it in a situation like that, because if they score, that could be lights out.
Here's Cairns. He must be tired. He's been out there for a while. Puck bounced off Dickinson's stick, but he gets it back and races through center and will fire it in. That's Ahmet Galiev firing in the puck, but not out. Cross ice feed for Slepets. Nice dish there for Bain. Bain with a quick shot, easily saved there by Latonovich. Now Slepets behind the net, in the corner, back on the point. Yakovenko with a shot. That's blocked by Soke. Brown swats at it. Can't get it out. Now he does. And here's Soke now for Canada. To the line with Cooper. Cross feed there. Brown. Good stick there by the Russian forward, number 19. Slepets to break that up. There's a shot from a sharp angle. Soke couldn't bury it. Puck is picked up and back comes Team Russia, led by Yakovenko. Plays it to the far side. Slepets overskates it. Now done for Canada. Played it up through center. Gave that away. Here's Mezcherkarov moving into the slot. Puck loose.
Canada's got to answer the bell here. You're approaching the midpoint of the third period. Nothing to show in the goal column yet. And in terms of scoring chances, very, very little right now. The Russians have neutralized the attack from Team Canada, and they haven't been able to find a way to counter it.
Kozarenko feeds it ahead to Kovalenko. He's muscled off the puck for a moment. Topatek in there. Now it's Kosek with some time. Plays it behind the net. Smith comes out behind his own net. Breaks out to the neutral ice area. Now gets to the red line. He'll wire one in. He likes to dump it in. Kosek racing after it. Caught up in his skates. Now has it. Rollo. That gives the Cossack. Tried to center it. Bat was out front, but that went over his stick. Now he gets a chance. He tried to center it. Grant with a shot. Deflects off into the corner for Cossack. Grant again. Can't muscle his way to keep that in, and it goes back to the blue line. Here's Smith to Rollo. Rollo through center. Got to be careful. Russians really like the forecheck in that neutral ice area.
Two spots you never want to turn the puck over: the offensive blue line and your blue line.
St. Pierre racing in after it. Picked up there by Michaud. Canada East seemed to have a bit more zip here in this third period. There's a shot from the point. And the goaltender was able to see it all the way as St. Pierre was trying to provide the screen. But like I said, Canada East a little bit of pressure here. They got to keep it up though.
Desperation can bring out the best in teams when they're down in a game, and I'm sure that they realize just how big a win here in their second game would be. You've got a good chance at locking up that top spot with a win. Obviously still an opportunity you could fall out, but your chances of winding up first in your pool very good, and that would mean an extra day off as you head into the playoff rounds, and you can't understate just how important an extra day off is in such a short period of time.
Yeah, usually when our team from Europe was over, the Russians got a bit of a break. They played that game and they were able to get a couple days rest. So they're fresh here tonight because that travel sometimes will kill them.
And I'm sure that the change to the time zone too would wreak a little bit of havoc, but they've had, as you mentioned, Ken, a bit of time to adjust, and I'm sure that they didn't just travel over for the Friday game either. There was a bit of time before that too, so they could find themselves well adjusted heading into a big tournament like this. And so far, they look good in this one, and you know that they want to come up with a good improvement in this tournament. 1 silver and 3 bronze medal is how they've finished so far, and for a hockey nation like Russia, I don't think that sits as well as they would like. No gold to their name yet, and they're looking to change that here.
And the goaltender Vladislav Sukichev has been pretty good here tonight. 5'11", 192. Born in 1998. Looks like he has a good future in front of him.
Moves very well down in the blue paint for Team Russia.
Off the face-off. Russia comes up with the puck. Slapped off the boards and into the zone there by Bain, but Canada come back with it. Murray to the blue line, shoots it in, and will race after it. Yakovenko plays it up to the blue line. It just gets out. Canada have to clear the zone, and now to try to get the puck back. Bain's wide open up here as the defenseman was making a change of the play, but his teammate never saw him, or that could have been a long breakaway. Here's Cossack, nice move through the neutral ice area, moving in, shooting! Oh, and he just missed that top corner, may have grazed the goalpost.
Not a good sign for Team Canada as Brett Murray, after getting tangled up with Maltsev, is struggling to head off to the bench, and he is a key piece in this Team Canada East lineup, and he is not in a good spot right now. And it was just a harmless-looking collision between him and Maltsev, and Murray seems to have got the worst of that one, favoring his left leg.
Maybe his knee. Let's hope not. He's having a good year. A lot of NHL scouts here watching him in this tournament.
He's got all the makings of an impact player. Big frame, skates well, can move the puck. Certainly somebody who can contribute at a higher level.
Face off, remaining in the Russian zone. Dickinson to take the draw. He is out there with St. Pierre. And Mikhail Parker. Dickinson wins it. Smith from the point.